Hello, and welcome to Epic Interactions, where a couple guys and a couple girls get together, play some Dungeons and Dragons, drink some coffee, have some fun, and try and stay alive, since we've kind of incorporated the coffee. So, as you can see, our ladies are currently out. They're either at work or at home, taking a break, just trying to get refocused. Shout out to Lindsay. Hello. Probably watching.
Tony misses you.
Does he? So, he said, does he? So he said, does he?
We gotta get that shirt for her when she comes back.
I don't know, let's see.
Sure.
Nope. So,
He has a new woman.
as you can see, we have a new setup as well. This is my new apartment, so this will be it from now on. I mean, I'm sure that there will be small changes and things like that, so forgive the things that are behind me. As you can see, that's part into my kitchen, and then behind them is just into the living room. So, yeah, just get like a massive, just get like a green screen.
Yeah, exactly. Then put up whatever background you want.
Yeah. Just a bunch of like stars. Just...
I don't see why we're not doing that already.
That won't hurt, our frame rate or anything like that.
So, anyway, moving forward, I was under the understanding, some of you let me know that last week there was some static, kind of, sort of. I did some research and also played with it, so you shouldn't be hearing that anymore. It had to do with the amount of gain and suppression that I was using for the mics, but you should be able to still hear us okay, as well as not hear that background noise. So I apologize for that, and thank you for letting us know. Donations, we do take donations. Half of it goes to the stream, and the other half goes to military vets. We all have connections to military vets in some way, shape, or form, so we appreciate those. Let's see, some updates. Next week we'll be here, same time, either 8 or 9, depending on the players and our schedules, but 9 for sure. Some affiliations that we have. Yeah. So Sunshine Games is a card store / board game store over in like Temple Terrace area off of Fletcher. They have been helpful to us, as well as hosting us there a couple times, or one time, and allowing us to kind of spread the word there as well, putting it on the TVs and such. So shout out to them. We appreciate you guys, as well as Nerd Brew. Nerd Brew is a Discord channel that has kind of helped the community in terms of actually the feedback. A lot of you guys actually come from Nerd Brew, which we appreciate. I know one that kind of is always checking in is Noodleplum, so I appreciate you as well. I'm actually putting a post in there right now.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the new...
Yeah, my full 9 shirt. My full 9
I don't remember if I did.
So yeah, so there's that. So we appreciate you guys, and
that you didn't.
Pressing forward, is there any other announcements that you guys may have?
Yeah, Kim from Shed and Hammer on Etsy.
Yes.
Awesome job doing these things. Little dice trays with our people in them. So if you have any interest on getting, if you have a drawing of your character and you decide that you want to have them into a dice tray like ours, go on and look her up on there. She does great work, and she takes a lot of pride in her work as well.
What's that name one more time, Ryan?
Shed and Hammer.
Shed and Hammer.
Yes.
That's dope.
Etsy. Gotcha.
On Etsy, Shed and Hammer.
Cool. So, and she actually is really good at customer service too, because I know that you had some issues with her. She didn't feel comfortable with it.
That's what I mean by like that she takes pride in her work, because there was an issue with the first batch, and she blatantly said like that she couldn't send them and that she was going to redo all of them because they were not to her standards. So
good. So with that, we'll go ahead and kind of get us updated. We'll get some music going. As our heroes last week took a trip to the Divine, as Cecilia was there creating some kind of ritual, she left a parting gift to each of the gods that showed up to all of you, or some of you, maybe not all of you. Some of these were in the form of Gaia, as Emerald had a good conversation with her about some of his past. Belanus, also part of Lindsay's, or Atreya, sorry, and her god, the Raven Queen, Tiamat Zahir, Cord, and Cord showed up as well as one other individual that I don't have written down. But she left a passing gift. Oh, Mortem, but not necessarily a god. Anyway, left a parting gift of something. The heroes don't know exactly of what. However, on the return home from Baltimore, finding another way to get to the Divine allowed them to get back. With that, they found out that a small doll was planted on Rahun. After trying to get rid of it, they realized that it kind of followed them or showed up in certain areas for the night. At night, they found, or upon casting a word, Baltimore was sent into his room by chains of returning essentially to that room. Baltimore being excluded for the night. Rahun ended up getting possessed by this small enchanted doll. And finding Emerald throughout the night, however, Emerald being scared melded into stone for the duration of the night. We last slept. We last left off as Baltimore. You were in chains in a unknown plane to you, looking upon Marlesh, also bounded in chains, as he's finally responded.
And just to clarify, you said that all the times that Atreya did it, I was not brought here. It was now that Cass said it that then I was brought here.
Correct.
Okay. And before I wasn't chained and everything previously. Like this is 100% new to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's 100% new to you. You're actually in chains as well.
Yeah.
And you're there on your knees chained, with your arms up, both of your ankles chained together as you're looking upon the massive entity of Marlesh. You can see, actually, why don't you describe the god and how you pictured him, because this is a created god by you.
True. Just
kind of played into this world. You can feel free to describe him how you like, and then I can kind of take over and how he's looking in this particular moment.
So before I go, is this the full embodiment of him? Like this is his true form?
This is his body, yep.
Okay. So you want me to describe how he is, how I envisioned him prior to everything that's happened? Okay.
I just wanted to see how
So,
this one is.
well, actually, Baltimore would never have seen him.
I think you saw him once. Did you not?
He was still chained, though.
Like in your background.
My backstory, yeah, but he was...
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, define him as you knew him
to be. So he would be, granted, very large in proportion, but whatever. He would have the body of a human man. A
female.
More of a you know what, he actually how I envisioned him was exactly like what was it, Clash of the Titans, the first one, Liam Neeson
Liam Neeson
from did you see that one?
He was Poseidon.
So Liam Neeson, please sponsor us.
He was.
well, like
He was Poseidon.
no, Liam Neeson was Zeus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
But-
think it's somebody else.
But in the first movie, how like his armor was like he had this bright
Yeah.
platinum-ish, silver,
Yeah.
glowing armor consistently. Like that's how I envisioned him. Except rather than it being the platinum,
Yeah.
it would be gold due to the fact that that is how his followers. That's how his followers were designated as like 100% true followers of Marlesh. Was that their holy symbols would allow their armor to be gold, and so his armor would all be gold, and he would kind of have that old but yet still like a rejuvenated individual. Like I said, more like how Liam Neeson portrayed Zeus in Clash of the Titans. I want to say it was Clash of the Titans. It was the first one, whatever the first one is.
I think that was it.
Yeah, 'cause the second one was Wrath of the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in Clash of the Titans.
So this undesignated Liam Neeson
Undesignated.
is before you, but no armor.
Liam Neeson.
Just sculpted body, ripped and teared. You could definitely tell that. It almost looks as if he just came back from war. Bloodied, scarred, tired, fatigued.
And his irises would be gold. Sorry. Just
Yeah.
like any other god.
Yeah.
So he's gold member.
Deep-eyed
not
sockets, almost like he hasn't been able to sleep. You see where his arms are. You can see the deep cuts of just the chains, like where you can see that he's just constantly just maneuvering them, trying to either get a better position or maybe there was a struggle for him trying to get out. You're not really sure, but you can definitely see the cuts all along his wrists, around his neck. And also just blood marks, the dried blood, as well as some fresh wounds from those scars.
This is blood gold.
I hope so.
No.
Okay. What color is his blood? Is it just like regular blood? Or, okay. There is relevance, okay?
So, with that being said, you were there before him.
And what was it that he said to me right as we ended? My son, you have found me? Is that what it was? Something along those lines? Or was it just you found me?
I think it was just you found.
Yeah, I think it was just.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. My apologies. I did not realize what we were looking at. Right now, you and Cody are both cut off.
Oh wow, nice. It is straight shot of BJ.
Saw, dude.
Dude, stop.
Saw.
It's seriously just straight shot of you on your phone.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Oh, I saw, dude.
Dude.
That being said, I'm gonna get some coffee.
It's okay, I don't need you.
Yeah. Never ended it.
Never do. Never have.
Except when he has to move.
I mean, currently he's just in a wall right now.
You guys are actually just like legit cut off.
That sucks.
Gotcha.
Man.
Ugh, that's annoying. Okay.
People think I'm trash.
Do you have room to back up? Like the whole table?
I do, he doesn't.
Yeah, you have to turn the table this way.
Give me 1 second.
TJ can definitely scoot over to me a little bit.
What?
Nothing, bro.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't go up to the next one or else you guys become super glitchy. Or I could do that.
Here you go. Well, would you look at that? God darn figured it out.
There we go, much better. Oh yeah. Alright.
You got it up on your phone?
I pulled up.
Mine's laggy. I don't know if yours is.
Oh no, it is like that's why I was.
Yeah, that's right. I don't even have your Wi-Fi here.
1-800 Spectrum sucks.
Right. Oh, there's a TV there.
I saw it.
Kind of wish you did just port content.
Didn't see me.
That's what I said. I kind of wish you did.
He's off and everything.
Yeah, but let's try that. See what happens. You guys are probably.
Can I help you?
I was doing your perception.
Oh,
It's only +8?
only plus 8. It's easy.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it wrong. It's +10.
Is it real?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You can't even.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Let's try that out. Alright.
Because expertise means you double your proficiency,
Mhm.
so it'd be 6
Mhm.
plus 4.
Oh my god, this whole time? You can't. Oh my god. For like a year and something. Oh my god.
Alright, much better. Okay, so. We'll run that round.
Well,
You're welcome.
my perception.
And as far as I'm as
Mine's +13.
far as right now goes, I'm not dropping any frames or anything like that. So it should be somewhat okay. Alright, where was I? Ah, so Marlesh.
Yeah. So,
And he has said, you found me.
So, I imagine that I would most likely be feeling, not, I guess like a little bit scared, but just because like the first time that I saw Marlesh was a golden statue. So, and that was the only time I actually like saw him outside, or I mean, I saw him a couple of times here and there, but like that was the time I saw him at his best, and the golden statue was only a little bit taller than myself. So seeing him in his true form of just being gigantic would probably be very, like, is it not like scared, just, and not humble, just like
Overwhelmed?
yeah, overwhelmed. That's the word. Thank you. Like just overwhelmed at what I'm looking at right now. Like this is essentially the first time I have been directly in front of a god, and it's in their magnitude. And And then on top of the fact that I'm also in this chained place that I was not at previously in the other times that we've done this, or that Trey and myself have done this.
Mm-hmm.
So I just look at him and just, Marlesh?
It is me.
Where am I?
The plane of chains.
How did I get here?
It looks to be as you have came through some kind of planar travel. Of what I cannot say.
We have a place that was built, Cass's estate, and I had a precautionary measure put in place for me because of the demons that are inside of me. But my sister Atreya has done this before, and I've never came here once. Why now? Because of Cass? Like, just because of, like, could it be because of Cass that I was sent here instead of the place that I normally was?
The knowledge that you seek, I do not know. I am but tired and can only see what is given to me through little vision that I do.
And I imagine that I'm like trying to kind of also.
And you look out to like where these chains are going to, but they just almost dissipate into some kind of black fog, but it doesn't seem that it's connected.
I had a temple built for you at the estate.
I know. I have not seen a temple been built in many times.
I just kind of went off of basic knowledge. I didn't know. Mortem never told me of what your temple looks like.
At the mention of Mortem, you see as he kind of sighs, like he gets a slight disappointment.
This is noticeable to me. I mean, I have a high enough perception.
He's tired enough to...
Yeah. Disadvantage on rolls. Got it. So, the group saw Mortem. I didn't. In the plane of the divine, they...
Did anybody tell you that?
Yeah, they told me. They told me that they saw him. And I said, let's just... Because Cass said something about
oh yeah, that's right.
We told you all about the gods and the marks and stuff like that.
That he had a different symbol on.
That's right.
So I bring that up, and they said that they saw him in the divine, and that he wears a symbol that's not yours.
He is lost to me. I do not feel his presence, nor do I see through him.
When did this start?
Slowly, at first. I did not think much of it. Sometimes it happens here. I lose vision or sight of things. But when you came, and he disappeared, I noticed a increase of vision loss. Until no more.
I haven't seen him in a while. I guess it'd be about a month, give or take.
Month and a half. Last time you were in Atlas is when you saw him?
Yeah.
Or not the last time, but the first time you showed up now.
Yeah. I don't... I don't know how to find him to ask him the questions or reach him to try to figure out what it is. But the last time he spoke to me, he said that he's your son?
He is indeed a demigod. And yes, one of my seed.
Is there more? Or is he the last of your seed?
I cannot tell you. A lot of the gods vanquished a lot of my sons and daughters.
Did you have any allies amongst the gods?
I indeed did. Some closer than others.
Who did you trust the most?
One by the name of Zion. Good old friend. Blasted that stupid girl of his.
What happened to Zion?
He became mortal and allowed the girl to become what he was prior. However, at that time, the fight amongst the gods happened, and some of them turned on me, saying that me being neutral was not right, and in doing not right was wrong. It is the problem that we face, being who we are.
We must uphold the balance.
Indeed. Which brings me to you. I see an influx of various feelings within you, one of which you are not controlling.
Which one might that be?
Take your pick. Disbelief, anger, sadness, regret, and the two demons that reside in you.
I mean, I've never not believed in you.
I do not mean within me.
I just don't know if everything that's happened over the past couple months has led to so much death because of me. I just don't know if I'm the right person for the job.
As of right now, you are the only person. However, maintain what is neutral. With neutrality becomes a lot of death. However, lots of life, depending on the perspective in which you look.
Do you know how to get rid of my demons? Or who I can talk to?
If I had my power, I could help. I do not know where to have them vanquished. But I assume in the mortal realm there is some way, some shape of form to summon them and fight them on their own terms. Or fight them on their own land. What is inside you is just merely a representation of the real thing. You can fight them in their weakened state in their own land. However, you will have to fight their allies.
I just wish I knew a way to control them. And all of this, maybe they could help in some way. I'm sorry.
4.
Not being a better follower.
He leans forward, kind of constricted. You could be no better follower. A follower that goes through the challenges that you are going through has but one path. If you survive, and if you can complete the tasks at hand and keep the neutrality, you will become the High Priest of Marlech. One of which my own son neglected. But with the troubles that you are going through, it is only natural for a mortal to feel that way. But keep in mind, you must see that every death has life. Every enemy has an ally. Every wrong has a right. But it is up to you to make that right.
Just curious, is there a book on your teachings? Like if I brought somebody, if I were to bring people to the chapel, what would I tell them? What would I teach them of your ways?
Tell them what you have been taught. Tell them to live the way you have lived.
I'll do everything I can, and hopefully I won't fail you or fall out of your favor. Do I need to kill Mortem?
If the balance calls for it.
He's the only father figure I've ever had. I don't know if I'd be able to do it. Alone, that is.
I see you have acquired some friends, allies of your own.
Yes. Ragtag bunch, but we seem to somehow get the job done. I emphasize on somehow.
Keep with them. I see your fate twined with them.
Do you know of the entity that's inside Rahun?
Trisdane, he is called. A beholder in the north. One of immense power that has a cult.
Dedicated to him?
Indeed.
That sounds fun.
Go to the north, you will find him. The cult shouldn't be too much of an issue. But do not underestimate him. He was once feared amongst some of the demigods.
Because of how intelligent that he is?
More of which the ties to people in the network that he's acquired. through necromancy means.
Necromantic beholder.
Bad.
And what of the orb that Rahun holds? That holds some deity in it or something.
The orb. Explain to me this orb.
So I go over the detail of how like there was after the Battle of Tortola, we went to that land. There was the 6 pillars and how they kind of reached up into like kind of like a hand formation to a tunnel. We walked in. There was a fire. Pulled the orb out. Described the orb. Just trying to, for brevity, paraphrase all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I just explained all that. I mean, we got time as far as I know, so.
I have no memory of this.
Rahun has seemed to almost be fixated on it at times.
When I say I have no memory on it, I mean I know in which the orb in which you speak, but I do not know in which deity it relies in. One of which no god that I am familiar with, which leads me to believe it is not a god at all.
Okay. Add that to the bucket list of stuff to deal with.
He recalls... Explain to me the orb one more time.
So I go over the orb again. How we pulled it out of a fire. How they weren't able to touch it, but I was able to go into the fire. Like how it was like a holy fire, like a divine fire in nature. Not divine, but like.
And no one was able to touch it except for you?
To get it out of the fire. But I wasn't in my mortal form. I was transformed into a partial demon. And I was able to reach into the fire. And though I felt the fire hit my skin, I did not take any. I did not feel pain from it. But I pulled it out with ease.
I wonder if it has to do something with your demons. Maybe it relates to them in some way.
The orb? Possibly. But I know that Rahun has changed his form numerous times. But the form that he took then was not one that we had seen previously. Was not the one of Tristane, the Beholder. It was something.
Describe to me this.
It was more animalistic in nature. Rahun being a dwarf, he ended up growing to tower myself. Black skin all over his body, almost looked scaly, but yet armored at the same time. And I've seen his transformation numerous times with Tristane, but not that. And it's only been the one time. And the orb has not left Rahun's side since.
I wonder if it is Kamal.
Who is Kamal?
The Demon Lord. Yeah, I have had not seen him nor heard of him in quite some time, but he's part of the old religion. Said to have given, said to be part of some demon prophecy, giving spawn to 4 or 5 demons that would one day fight for his throne. Alas, I cannot remember.
Well, I know that the 2 demons that are inside me are brothers. And as far as I know, there's at least 3 more of them. Because I've seen them with my own eyes.
Something to take heed, I think.
Yes.
I can feel my strength weakening. It is good to see you.
It is good to finally lay eyes on you, even in this form. I am humbled.
Is there anything else you may ask?
How do I free you?
Well, each chain must be broken. As he looks at each one of his hands, each one of his legs, and then his collar around. Some ways is to have a weapon of a god to break one chain. You can have others. Another is to have followers. With a plethora of followers believing and faithfully atoning and praying, a chain will break. Another is to find the god, one of them, and slay their champion. To slay the champion would also break one of my chains. However, that is not an easy task, nor do I wish that you would take.
But even if I were to release you now in your form, the gods would easily be able to take you from existence.
Agreed.
So what should I do before releasing you? What would you need from me to have prepared for you?
My weapon. If you can assemble it once more. My armor is tied to the weapon, as everything else in my strength as well. Bring me my weapon and I can defend myself. At least for the time being. I'm sure some of my allies would also protect me as well if they're still loyal.
I know Zion personally. He is a part of my party.
Yes, as I have seen, the blasted fool is still as stupid as he is.
He is very forgetful.
Indeed.
Do you have any message that you would wish for me to give to him?
None that he would remember. In fact, that might just play into what I need. tell him that the gifts given are not just gifts given, but could be used for other means.
So even though I'm already chained down by my, like on my knees chained, he is the only entity that I bow before. So when he tells me that, even though I'm still chained, I try to bow as much as I can.
Yeah, you like do like the bow as like your head's being bowed. As you're bowing, you get a glance, just with your perception being as high as it is, you get a glance of all his chains going into one mechanism, and you see that this mechanism holding each one of those chains has a variety of symbols on it. You can't make it out, but you can definitely tell they're divine in nature. You would assume that if you came to this plane, that mechanism is where you would do whatever you needed to release those chains on him.
Gotcha. Just one more thing. Did you ever meet a woman in the plane of the Forgotten named Trixie?
Did.
We have come to find out that she is an entity known as the Helix.
Indeed she is.
We released her.
If he could facepalm, he would.
I took a trip down to the Forgotten, hoping to find a way to defeat the gods, or at least sustain myself as power to stop this war. I found her. We had a discussion, and I played into her hands. I gave her information and knowledge based on the gods, thinking she could help me, not knowing who she was. She knows a lot about the continent. She is an ancient monstrosity. When she told me what she was and who she was, I knew that it wasn't good. So I left. I broke my deal with her. As you can imagine, breaking the deal probably didn't go so well. But, being a god, I didn't have to succumb to the repercussions of a magically bonded oath, if you will. So, she was stuck there. I was going to enlist her to help take down the gods, but when I realized that she literally killed them, as you can imagine, that had no play in the balance. Now that she is out, I assume that she is going to start attacking them. First, she will infect them. Then she will weaken them. And then she will go and kill them. The Helix is not merely a monster that attacks with physical presence, nor can it be stopped by any armor or man-made armor that is made in the mortal world. She attacks through a spirit. not necrotic or radiant, but attacks your spirit essence. And in doing so, that's how the gods are weak. The gods are still a spirit, still an essence.
And how does this affect the gods' followers?
She will kill them, and they will become part of her army. One not of ghosts, but of its own essence spirit. With her being there, will cause great chaos.
My sister has been infected by him. They said that Belanus was infected by Trixie, and she has become weak over the past couple weeks.
Belanus is strong. He should be okay for quite some time. However, the follower, I do not know.
Is there any way to stop the infection? The healing of the spirit in some way or anything?
None of the gods have ever had. It was the gods before us that told tales of the Helix. We do not know the extent of her power nor the extent of what her actions will go. We have merely folk tales, night bed terror stories, if you will. I just know the little conversation that I did have and the abilities that she produced. I just know that that's how she would take them down. Because it was what I was going to have her do.
My party has told me that your allies have also been infected. All of them.
Great.
And so was Mortem.
Mortem will become weak quickly. He is not a god, he is half a god.
I'll do everything I can to save as many as I can.
Is there anything else?
No.
Beware the chronomancers. They do not care of mortal life, immortal life. They are gods. Each one has its own time. Past, present, and future.
Are you aware of Roland? Cass's father, who apparently became one of them?
Yes.
Is there any way to bring somebody back for being a chronomancer?
I do not know.
Very well. Then I will do everything I can to make preparations for your freedom.
Very well, I look forward to it.
As do I.
Are you good? Do you have any other questions?
No.
Cool. All right. So you guys, so you're in the stone, so I don't even have to worry about you.
I'm at a door that I've been swinging at all
Correct.
the point till all through the night until the domination is worn off. So at this point,
And you're like,
it's like I'm coming to this last one, and I'm like, I'll just fall back and pass out because I would assume that I have 1 point of exhaustion, correct? Because I did it all through the night.
Yeah.
So I just I fall to the ground on my back, not even trying to catch myself, and I pass out.
It's not a very big fall.
No, you're right.
I will need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Because now that you're unconscious, now she can fully take over.
She.
Yeah,
She's like a beauty sense of herself.
Alright, she's a fucking bitch.
You said a what?
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 8.
8.
You get back up and start swinging again.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. Like,
I'm tired.
if this doll wants to possess me, it's gonna possess me. Like,
Oh, it already has.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
The thing is, though, is that right now, both the people who can release me are currently not here.
yeah.
Well, they're sleeping. Oh yeah, but she will. She will.
Finally.
Or words.
Yeah, I already figured, you already told me one thing that I had to do about it anyway, so I figured I was just gonna go off of that. Remember, one of the things was I had to do that and then not the other thing, so I was gonna just keep going off of that.
I don't know. But anyway, so you finally pass out. You vaguely see as Cass like comes over. She's like looking at you, and she's just like, she speaks a word, and all of a sudden you see the door that you've been swinging at, or you thought you were swinging at, open. Baltimore, you come back and you literally like you're coming up from your bow as your chains come off, and you're just there in the room on your knees.
Cass is in front of the door.
Yep.
Am I rested?
Yeah. You're
Okay.
rested.
So I stand and I just kind of, I guess after the information and like I'm just kind of mulling over everything that just happened. As I stand up to my feet, I just kind of grab Cass by the shoulders and I'm just like, it is so much worse than what we thought. And then I look down and I see Rahun. What happened to him?
He was looking around for Emerald last night, and he was kind of being a little weird.
I start searching his pockets
Sure.
for the doll.
Okay.
Because I saw him when I left.
Yeah, holding the doll?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there.
Okay.
Sleep apnea?
You emerge from the stone as you hear this as his body finally emerges.
So I hear that from his alchemist room.
Yeah.
So I run over to the alchemist room and I look inside and I'm like, what the fuck happened in here? Do you have any idea how hard I worked?
Yeah, as everything is destroyed.
Do you think I did this?
You're in here?
Do you know who else was in here?
No, because I was on another fucking plane.
Yeah. You remember the last thing you said
Shut
to
the
me?
fuck up! I'm trying to sleep.
I kick him. I go over and I kick him.
Fuck you.
That happened last night.
What happened?
What was the last thing you said to me?
Rahun, doll.
Correct. What do you think happened?
I don't know. Hence why I just asked you.
I don't know. Doll from said dark woman
Yeah, doll.
plus crazed barbarian. Excuse me. Dwarf.
Well, he is a barbarian, so that would still be accurate.
Okay, with an axe. Maybe, I don't know, maybe possession? It's just something that's coming to my mind.
Okay, but I haven't been here, so tell me what happened.
I don't know.
He just walked in here and just started swinging? Here's my axe, here's my axe.
No. The moment that you decided to go into your little whatever, I closed the door. I was like, nope, not dealing with it. I locked it, put it up.
I could probably...
Then, somebody, and I'm assuming it actually was Rahun, he comes and he's knocking on the door first. He sounds really weird. And then he starts hacking down the door.
Here's Johnny.
With his axe.
What?
So what do? I went to
I
sleep
would assume I couldn't probably sleep with them bickering out there. So I'll go into the room that he came out of, because you just told me I don't remember the last couple hours. So I have no idea what it is. I just see room, door that I can close, peace and quiet. Go into the room, I go, shut up! And I
close
slam,
what?
I
What door?
slam that door.
What door?
No door.
There's no door.
Oh, there's no door? I
Yeah.
thought you was-
Who took it out?
No, not
No,
that
he's
one.
talking about
I'm
my
talking
room.
his room.
Oh.
That's why I'm like, oh, this is gonna get interesting.
So, you just
I don't know
shut it.
anything about it. I just see room with a door that I could possibly get some sleep. Yeah, let's shut it and go to sleep.
This all goes pitch black to you, dude.
Awesome, perfect. I go to sleep.
Sure.
So I see this happen, and I'm like, probably for the best. As he walks in, and
So
Cass, did Rahun come to your room at all?
She told you that she did. Remember, she said that he acted weird and he was looking for Emerald.
he had the
Oh,
doll,
yeah, that's
correct?
Yeah, when
Something
I flew
within
down.
the doll has possessed him.
And now that I'm looking, I'm like, so Rahun destroyed all of this.
Destroyed all of this. He probably destroyed
Came into
some...
her room, came into Cass's room, came into the alchemist looking for Emerald. I start darting up the stairs to make sure that Atreya is okay.
So I look at
Realizing that
Cass.
she's the only one that's not here with us.
So you get to her room and you realize that the windowsill is open. And you see as Corvus is perched on the corner there. But she seems to be still sleeping.
So I would run up to her and make sure that she's like still breathing and alive and everything.
Yeah.
And I look over at Corvus, who's there. Do I get can I roll an insight check of why he's there? Because I know that Cass's room would be over. If anything, he would always be with Cass. So why would he be here?
Sure.
Because I know if I ask him, I'm just gonna get 19.
I mean, you see that he's like in a predator stance, but you don't know from what. And you know he hasn't really been a big fan of you either, so.
Yeah.
So I look at Cass and I'm like, what did Rahun say to you last night?
He just kept asking for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Other than that, he was kind of weird, like dragging his axe around and stuff.
We have to find that doll.
Corvus, may I cast tongues on you so that I can speak with you and understand you? So I just kind of like slowly move over to him until I can touch him. Does he move? No? I cast tongues on him.
Come at me, bro.
Does it work? As far as I know.
So you say, does it work?
Okay. Are you here protecting Atreya?
Silent treatment.
Are you mad at me?
That thing Alice, dude.
You're not talking to me.
If you're here protecting Atreya, thank you. I turn and I just start walking out the door.
As you walk out the door, you hear, "You're welcome."
But is that like, hold on, so when you say you're welcome, is that like, that's not like the dumb Corvus that I've heard previously?
You're welcome.
I would pause in my steps for just a second, but I wouldn't turn around, like, kind of in fear, but like, oh my gosh, Corvus just spoke, like, legit. And then I'll just close the door, and I'll walk over to my room. And I see that it is just completely destroyed, and I'm just like, my gosh, all the work that I did. And I run over and I'm like, where's my nice suit? Like, my nice shirt. Like, oh, we have one. But I find it not destroyed. I asked him. So, he said he didn't destroy it. He destroyed everything else.
I never confirmed
Or
denied.
did he? I thought... I know that you destroyed the cabinet that it was in.
I never confirmed or denied.
So,
I'm pretty sure I stated like there was like a nice clothing in there, and he's like, I'm not aware of anything. I'm just hacking. So,
well, I know that he said that he destroyed the cabinet that it was in, but I didn't. Fucking A. So is it destroyed?
roll a d20. I'm not rolling a d20.
19.
I think I did a pretty thorough job destroying the room.
The pants are in tatters. The shirt isn't.
The pants are ruined.
So I'm just holding this, and I'm like, this motherfucker owes me 150 gold.
Owes me a whole new alchemist lab.
I got 91.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
So I look at the room, just like, I'll have to fix this shit later, and I go back downstairs to meet up with Emerald and Cass. And I go up to Cass, and I'm like, Corvus spoke to me.
Really? What did he say?
You're welcome. But not like the hoo-hoo, like, not like how we've heard him speak before. Like, this was a clear voice, like how I'm talking to you right now.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, no shit. It was scary.
So I'm like walking around the alchemist. I'm like, God, it's gonna cost so much.
Well,
He owes me.
we figured he's intelligent, probably.
Just sweeping.
I mean, he belonged to my dad.
I think that bird is more than just a bird.
Okay.
So I go to Emerald, I say, hey, by the way, I have a message for you.
From whom?
Marlesh.
If you guys...
Oh!
Cass just kind of, she's like, hey, I'll just kind of leave you guys be if you want a little bit. I'm actually probably just going to take care of Atreya, make sure she's okay.
Well, he just checked on her. She's fine.
Yeah, she still seems very ill, though. Very weak. She's tired. She's sleeping right now, but thank you.
Sure. She is.
So how's my old friend doing?
Cass is not here.
yeah. Now I can sit back and relax. Oh! Alright, go ahead. Actually, give me some coffee.
He's chained.
Well, I assumed as much. The gods were not a favorite of his, nor was he favoring them.
He said that specifically you were the reason why he's there.
Oh, he did not. No, he did not. I like as like an
There's
old.
something you can
I
do.
say that with a straight face.
I like as an old like.
As
old,
I slowly pull out my sword, knowing that it's just him and me in there.
As an old friend, I'm like, he wouldn't say such a thing.
As I am slowly pulling out my sword, and it's just you and me in there.
I'm like, well, here we go again, and I like start getting close to the stone.
So I sheathed my sword. I said, no, he didn't say that.
I just start backing up.
Still backing up. He said that.
You've already forgotten, haven't you?
What was it that he said? I have an ability that allows me to know what's been said. And...
Do you now?
Yep, heard. Yeah, you do.
What is that?
He says that the gifts that he has received are more than just gifts.
I say it again. The gifts. Say it again. What was it? The gifts that he.
The gifts that you have received are more than just gifts, and to not take them lightly. Is that the last part?
Sure.
There was 2 parts. What was the second part? I have an ability that allows me to ask this question.
Yeah. And I get to override said ability. Why don't you make a history check?
Do I get advantage because I have that
Yeah,
ability?
that'll be dope.
19. I mean, it just happened in like less than an hour.
You have like that basic. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's really pretty
Yeah, I would. That's more of like a paraphrase of what it was, but
yeah. I don't have it written down.
yeah, don't take them lightly.
So I
How's
say,
that for me? I don't have it written down.
so I say the gifts that I have received,
Yes, are more than just gifts,
Are
and
more
to
than
not
just
take them lightly.
to not take them like.
See,
Like,
I was
can
gonna
they
write
be
it down, but I know I'm gonna
used-
rewatch this. so
Can
it's
they be
like-
used for something else? Is that what he's getting at?
I don't know, man. That's just what he told me to tell you.
He knows I'm gonna forget. Why doesn't he just
Why didn't
come
you
out and
send
say
a
it?
note?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Gods are
What gifts?
mysterious.
I haven't gotten a
Whoa.
gift from him in ages. It's been eons. I don't even think he's given me a gift before.
Do you even have a memory that goes back that far?
Probably not. What is he even
He's still
talking
getting
about?
used to this human body.
Exactly.
Well,
Humans don't remember.
Make a history check.
Yeah.
I was about to say, why don't you out of game roll a history check and find out?
Disadvantage because it's emerald.
Yeah, in D&D, where advantages and advantages only come because of the character.
14.
14?
Yeah.
The only gifts that you ever have received in your entire life are from your parents.
Yeah.
Your
I'm
mortal
human.
parents.
Yeah. I don't remember anything from my immortal life, so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember a whole lot from my immortal life, so.
Well,
What gifts is he talking about?
I don't know. But let's go on to the next gift that we know has been given to us.
Which is?
The doll.
Oh, yeah.
I
it's not a
checked
gift.
Raccoon's body, and he doesn't have, or I checked his pockets, which little that he has, and I didn't find it on him.
He didn't have it earlier when he was making your symbol, either. So it's
Where was he making my symbol?
in the forge. Where else is he gonna make something like that? It's metal.
Oh, literally my symbol. Okay.
What did you think?
I didn't know. I thought you were like talking about like an engraving.
No,
somewhere.
I like point at what he's. I'm pointing at what he was wearing. Like,
Okay, I
can
misunderstood.
see
I meant to ask about that with
So,
this. I was like,
excuse me.
even with me successfully, like,
Maybe
it wasn't on us or him when we were at Finn and Gloria's. So
Okay.
it had to have been when he was here, which means it would have been in either the temple or
well,
the forge.
right now Rahun is locked away. He ain't getting out of there unless there's a word that's said.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the doll isn't with him.
Correct.
having the best.
It's possible that the doll is in here. So if we think about a barbarian blacksmith, where would he hide the doll?
I don't know, maybe a forge, but
Let's go check out his forge.
yeah, but we found him down here. The last place I remember him being was down here.
And I checked his body
Okay.
before walking in there, and the
Okay.
doll is not on his body.
Fine, let's go to the forge.
You know, as soon as you said that, I was about to be like, "You guys better not mess up a single thing in there."
How
And then I
dare
was
you.
like-
How dare
Yeah,
you.
and then I stopped
How
because I
dare
was
you.
like, wait,
Oh yeah.
I
So
just fucked up everything.
we go up to the forge.
Is it like separate? Is it separate from
Yeah,
the house?
it's like
It's
outside.
outside.
Well, it's so it's connected to the house. We can walk. There's an entrance through the
basement.
house.
Yeah, through the basement, right?
No, not through the basement. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember if that was because I know I
There's an
originally.
entrance through the house.
I know that on the first
I
floor.
figured it'd be by the kitchen.
So we
Well, no.
can't burn it down.
for me,
No,
I would want
well, it's
it
all
to be
stone
by the kitchen.
anyway, or something. Fuck it. And who gives a shit?
Magical
So
fire?
we walk in, and immediately I'm like, "You take that side, I'll take this side." And I walk over, and I just start throwing shit. Like, look,
I also start
I
damaging
think there's one
everything.
thing though in my room that I think you guys
Put it in the center.
definitely should not throw or do anything with.
I don't know.
But that is just me. We've already pissed off a lot of gods and spirits and stuff. So go ahead.
I don't know. So as I'm grabbing,
Yes.
as I'm looking through stuff, I'm like, "This isn't it." I start setting it in the center of the room, and I'm
Yes.
like, "Whatever that we go through,
Uh-huh.
put it in the center. That way, we're not looking through the same stuff."
And then we burn it. No? Does he... Wait, in
not-
character, do you
Wait,
respond with
That's
laughing?
not how you say. Are we not even in the score?
I
know.
honestly, I just stare at you, like thinking into myself. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. He did just mess up my clothes.
And so, like, when he's
But-
sitting there thinking, I produce flame in my
No,
hand,
but
I
wait,
said,
hold on.
I said, no, you give me the signal. I'm ready.
But here's the thing: is that if we destroy his stuff, then he'll say that we're even. So now we have to pay for our stuff to get replaced. If we don't destroy the stuff and we just leave it here, then we can still say, hey, we didn't destroy your shit. You still have to repay, buy back all the stuff that we owe.
So we can't actually
If I
break
remember.
anything. We're just moving it to the center of the room.
Yes.
So I, like, take away the produce flame. Where I'm like, you better be right about this. He better repay us.
When am I ever wrong?
All the time.
I don't even. I say that when I'm like, when am I wrong? I just start going through more stuff, and then even he yells, and I just keep going through. Like, yep, you're right. All the time, I'm wrong every damn day.
So I'm looking through all of my side. I'm looking for this doll. Do I find anything interesting?
Would you keep anything interesting?
Well, there would be the skull of him.
The skull?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
literally a
tell 'em
dwarven
what's in
squirt.
it.
Okay, so I have a whole list of everything that I kept in there in my forge.
You choose what side would be mine.
You don't find the doll, by the way.
Well, I can just, because you're both looking
Both of
through it,
us,
I can
yeah.
just list off of everything that they would find. That would be
Sure.
interesting.
Yep.
You guys find Essence of Nightshade,
Oh, I got that.
so be careful with that if you touch it.
Yep.
You find a chunk of marble. It's from the Galai Forest. It's from the. It's actually from the ritual grounds, I believe.
Seen it.
I also have a chunk of granite that is from the ritual grounds from the Galai Forest.
Seen it.
I have a gargoyle stone. I have a abyssal ritual sand from the same ritual place. Yeah, I took a lot from there.
Seen it.
I have the Tortola tar. The black oozy tar stuff.
Is this in a vial or just like...
Yeah, it's in
There's
like
tar?
a vial. Like it's in
Okay.
like a couple different vials and stuff
Okay.
that I've had. And then some stalagmites and stalagmite rocks from the Tortola tunnel.
Okay.
So unless any of those things had some weird properties that I had nothing to know about, that's about everything that would be unique out of what a regular forge would hold.
So it's still
And then a skull of Gilfrey. Gilfrey? Yeah. And the skull of a dwarf that lies over the fireplace.
Okay. I look at the skull and I just kind of like move it and I move it back because I respect the dead. So.
Sure.
But I like Baltimore. I didn't find anything. There's no doll here.
Neither did I.
This is going to come back to haunt us again. He's going to destroy this whole place.
He can't get out of there, out of that room. Right now.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about the doll.
I know, but I'm saying right now he can't get out of that room.
How long are we gonna keep him in there?
For the duration of the episode. Bye, Cody. No.
Good evening.
Thanks for showing up.
Ryan's my ride.
I don't know. I mean, he looked really tired, and we know how Rahun is when he's tired. If he's not gonna be, what's the word? He's not gonna work with us
No, of course not.
if he's tired.
He's probably not even gonna think that he did this. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of like destruction going on and like a lot of axe marks and everything. I mean, I don't know if you've seen my room, but he fucking destroyed my room and everything is destroyed in there.
Did you see the alchemist lab?
Yes, but I'm saying my room is just as bad, so I'm pretty
Oh,
sure that
well-
he might be able to easily assume.
Okay, so
I'm
thinking
assuming the
about that,
alchemy
I
lab
run up to
isn't-
my room.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I assume the alchemy lab is not your room, right?
No.
Yeah.
So you go to
okay.
your room.
I go to my room. Is it destroyed?
Of course.
I'm gonna kill him.
Well,
I go to his room and I start destroying.
just stop.
My room is
Stop.
probably
As
also destroyed, honestly. I would have gone into my
Okay.
own room and tried
So
to
when I
look
go,
for you.
is his room destroyed?
Yeah. I
Okay.
would have destroyed my own room. I went to every single place I could find him.
I just kind of like, as he like walks into his room, I just kind of look around. I'm like,
You're like,
wow, he really wanted to find you.
I don't know why. For what? I've never liked him that much.
Everybody make perception checks, except for you guys.
The two people actually playing in this episode make a perception.
27.
Not as. Oh wait, 14. Yeah, I'm plus 13. What's that? 27. Yeah, that,
27.
sorry.
So both of you hear the squawk of an owl.
Like Corvus owl? Like,
Yeah,
I know that
Corvus.
squawk?
Yeah.
In the room?
No, from
From
wherever you're
Atreya's
at,
room?
Yeah.
So I
So
go.
I turn and run.
I like look at him and I'm like, I go.
Usambo.
Okay. So you notice that the door is locked.
I bust it down.
Make a strength check.
I step back and just want to see this
He's
happen.
like, I see him. He like, you both like run to the door. You're like, shh, 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 and he like looks at you. He's like,
And
21.
nice.
yeah, that works. As you just see this old man just blow open the door.
Atreya's in there. After like I kick that in and I say Atreya's in there. Like
You guys come to a scene as Corvus is like on the floor, like you see him like just going crazy. It almost looks like one of his wings is like completely confined or like tied into his like his own body. As you see, as the doll is actually perched up right, it's almost tucked into Atreya's shoulder, and it just has like a blade up to Atreya's neck, and you see as Atreya's just sleeping.
Nice.
Where's Cass?
wait, so Corvus is
Affected by the doll.
I look around the room. Do I see Cass in there?
so Corvus is
I yell
like,
out Cass.
he's stuck. One of his
His
are
wing
stuck.
is he's only flapping around.
I assume you don't take your eyes off the doll.
No, I just yell.
A couple seconds
so I
later,
will-
you see is like Cass like puts her hand out. She's like, "Yeah, what?"
Where's the doll? Like I haven't stopped looking at the doll. Has it moved?
No, it's still there.
Is it moving?
No.
So because I imagine that we're both kind of standing in a way that she cannot see past us.
No, like she's like down the hall. She's like looking down at you guys. She's like, "What? I just checked on her."
Come check again. As I take a couple steps in, and I just right inside the doorway,
like right by the threshold.
and I just sidestep to where my back is against the wall.
Mm-hmm. So the doll is holding a knife to Atreya's neck, correct? Is that what you
Yes.
said?
Yes.
But it's not moving. It's like inanimate.
Right.
So I like go knock the doll away from Atreya.
What the fuck? No!
I don't know if this thing's gonna move or not.
So,
It's holding a knife!
I'd rather me.
Dude, there's
take-
no way
Alright.
you used to be a god.
so
I'd rather
so
me take
you
the
guys
knife.
come. You walk just past the threshold as Cass kind of turns the corner, and her first notice is Corvus. So she goes straight over to
I-
Corvus.
Immediately put out my arm.
What?
We need to be calm right now. The doll has a knife to Atreya's throat.
So she looks over at Atreya. Okay, what do we do?
So Corvus is still flapping around.
After a while, he kind of gets himself situated.
So he's out of the net now.
No, he's still like tucked up, but he's just like kind of stopped, and he's just kind of like.
So, still completely focused on the doll, Corvus, please be calm right now. And I take
What's your plan here?
to have a conversation.
With the doll?
Yes. I take just one step forward, not aggressively.
You take one more step as you see the blade. It just ever so slightly just begins.
Just want to have a conversation with you. As I put my hands up, not aggressively and everything. And I'm.
And this is all you guys see.
I say, can you understand me? And then her arm is outstretched too, and I'm just imagining that that's the knife. Like, she's holding the knife right now.
So she's just kind of there, just holding the knife.
I try Abyssal. Can you understand me? Wrong thing. Okay. I still have Abyssal though. I try Infernal. Can you understand me?
You see her, she begins to almost push in now, responding to what you just said.
Push in.
Not push the knife. Her head is.
Her head turned, but also push the knife a little closer in.
Whatever you do, don't do that.
What is it that you want?
Life. It's infernal, so nobody.
Yeah. You want to live. You want to have a body of your own? Can you elaborate more on life for me?
I want to live. And she's it.
Well, if you kill her, I doubt she'll be it.
We can find out.
Or we can find somebody for you to live in.
Make a persuasion check.
This is. Oh.
You're like looking through your chest, you're like, man, what can I do?
No, I have an idea.
You're like, title word!
No, I have an idea, but I don't know if, like, it'll
That
work.
would be amazing. Just everything, including Atreya, just gets washed out the window.
You said persuasion?
Persuasion.
18. She is already ill. And she is going... She needs help anyway. You'll be in a body... You'll be living in a body that's already on borrowed time. I can find you a body that is not hurt, that is not on borrowed time, that you can live through at your own will.
I lean over and I'm like, you're not talking about me, right?
I don't answer. Yeah, I'm
You're
infernal.
infernal.
You don't
You have
understand.
no idea what you're talking about. It's all infernal.
True.
Get him a conversation.
Touche. I still lean over and say,
Metagaming.
I still say, is she talking about me?
I heard Emerald. I heard Emerald and cheese.
Where's the body?
I can go find you one. It would only take me... I'm sorry, how far is Atlas? It's a quarter of a day walk? Quarter? Give or
I thought it was
Half a day.
quarter to half a day. It would take maybe a day because Atlas is a bit away to walk. We don't have horses. I'm sorry. Wait, do we have horses? Did you buy horses? You bought one horse. Okay.
You have half a day.
That's what took me that long to get there.
And I guess she's mine. As she goes to like press even further, as now you begin to see his blood starts to just come from her neck.
How fast is flying speed?
Flying speed is 3 times horse speed. So you have like regular walking speed. Horseback is 3 times that, and then so it goes in threes essentially. So flying speed is essentially 3 times horse speed.
Okay, so if walking is a half a day, a quarter of a day to a half a day from our establishment.
So at worst, half a day. And then if you went by horse, you're looking at less than a quarter of a day. If you went by flying, you're looking at maybe like...
A couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours.
Okay.
Thanks.
So I say, very well, we'll go. I'll go.
Oh, good.
Can I just get the owl out of here so it's out of your way?
That owl causes problems.
And I'll remove the problem from this room for you.
I lean over to him and like, you give me this chance, and I'll take that knife right out of her hand.
Fine. Remove the owl.
So I just look to them, Cass and Emerald, and I say, just slowly move back out of the room.
You gonna leave this?
Just slowly move back out of the room. And I will kind of sidestep my way, not losing eye contact with her. And I walk over to Corvus and I say, Corvus, I'm going to pick you up and take you out of here.
Corvus is still.
Yeah. So I pick him up, and I carry him out of the room.
And as you're carrying him out of the room, you notice that the doll, BJ, you see this now, Emerald, as the knife kind of lifts off the neck a little bit, and she pulls her doll hand out, and she just starts stroking Atreya's like head, and she's like, "You have such pretty hair."
Okay.
So he backed up out of the room? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
with Corvus.
So I'm just standing in the doorway watching this.
Yep.
As he's backing out with Corvus.
Yep.
And I'm like, you better be right about this.
So I walk out, I set Corvus down, I shut the door. And
No, I knocked it down. That door is not on its hinges.
No,
anymore.
it's still on its.
it just
you
won't.
Busted it open.
Yeah, it just won't lock. So
Yeah.
I still shut the door to the best of my ability.
Yep.
And I immediately turn, and in Elvish, I say, we only speak in Elvish right now.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Corvus back up and say, let's just go downstairs. So I carry Corvus downstairs, and I'll start to remove the netting from him, or whatever is holding his wing.
And Cassie's like, "Where's Rahun?
Verhoon's locked in the room.
I gotta go get him."
Okay. I have a plan, but God damn it, we're gonna need Finn's help for this. Finn and Gloria.
Cass is like, "Are you sure? We ask a lot of them. At some point, we're gonna have to repay in some way."
We're already in debt. Already in debt. Who are you planning on giving up to this?
I'm gonna go get Rahun. I'll be right back.
Okay, he's gonna be very tired.
Wait, what is he gonna do?
Who knows? She runs off. She's her own
You
woman.
like come to and you're like, "Whoa!" As like door opens up and it's like almost like where you've like been
So,
you've been sleeping for like quite some time, you know. And you like finally see the light. And you're like, and your eyes are getting adjusted. You have a full sleep.
Okay.
You're well rested.
Yeah, but as soon as she would have cast it, if anything, she's holding her action.
And we'll just take a brief second here to take a break, go use the restroom, get some more coffee if we want, and we will be right back. All right. Hello and welcome back to Epic Interactions, where a couple guys and a couple girls get together, play some Dungeons and Dragons, trying to stay alive. We appreciate you guys staying with us as we were taking a break. We're going to go ahead and dive right on into it as our heroes, the gentlemen of the party, the heroes, came in to find Atreya in a quite a predicament as she was sleeping, but the doll that has been terrifying them at night has now engaged her throat with a knife, demanding that she wants to live. As you guys stepped outside, you guys were speaking in just Elven as Cass went down to go get Rahun. Rahun, you came on out, and Cass is like, I'm not really sure what's going on, but they need you up there.
Shh. I'm going back to sleep. That
No,
was
you're
the
not.
Best sleep I've ever had
No,
in my life.
you are not.
You're not there.
Oh.
Whatever's going on, I don't know.
Your doll is trying to kill Atreya.
I don't know what doll you're talking about. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
You do know about the doll.
I'm not allowed to speak of it. That was one of the other things.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's why I'm saying.
You're right. You're
even
right.
then, I'm like, I don't know what doll you're talking about.
I thought that was
I'm
when you were
gonna go back to
dominated,
sleep.
though.
But yeah, that is
Atreya's
one of the
in
two things
trouble.
that. You're not giving me a lot to work with.
Go find out.
I really want to go back to sleep.
Baltimore says he owes you a lot of money.
Okay. Go walk away.
What?
She closes the door.
I go walking with her. And
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
point,
she
I'm like,
takes
yeah,
you- she takes
she's
you up
speaking
there.
my language now.
She takes you up there.
Hey, Baltimore, I heard you got a lot of money for me.
No, your doll is trying to kill Atreya.
What doll?
The doll that Trixie gave you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I insight check him.
Sure.
I sit down and I start meditating.
24.
Where is this danger everybody speaks of? What's wrong with the trail? What's going on? I was told money.
24.
He seems to really have no recollection of what doll you're talking about.
Okay.
What?
You still got that ring that can switch places?
I checked my hand. Do I still have it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go to your forge. You got some work to do.
And then the money?
You owe me money.
For what?
After
Cass is
everything
like,
that you
this is
fucking
where
destroyed.
I go take care of
No.
place."
No.
And
You
she
told me it.
She leaves.
Son of a bitch. What?
You destroyed our house.
What?
Come on, let's just go to the forge. We don't have time for this.
Okay.
Alright.
At that point, I'm assuming now, like, when he says that, I'm walking by all the rooms.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you just hit all this.
what
stuff.
happened?
You.
As you guys are walking down to the floor.
Nah.
They are. I'm not.
Oh, you're not. Where are
He's
you going?
sitting outside the door meditating.
So, go to the forge and just say, alright,
You guys should really clean, like, get somebody to clean that all up. That's,
you fucking did it!
I don't know what to talk about.
I don't give a shit if you do or do not know.
Okay, what do I gotta make?
A metal collar to go around your neck.
Why?
Because you're gonna switch places with Atreya.
For what reason?
To save her life!
From what? All I came out of was this black room that, by the way, you get the most delightful sleep out of there. It is, whatever room that is, thank you.
Rahun, my sister's life is in danger right now because of you. Whether you remember it or not is irrelevant at this moment. If she dies, you die too.
Oh, no.
I need your help right now, and so does Atreya. So will you help me, or will you not?
You're not there.
Sure, I don't know what we're talking about, but sure.
Make a metal collar as quickly as you can. We have a half a day to do this. Make a metal collar that goes around your neck. I'm willing to help you. Tell me what you need me to do.
That would take me probably half a day.
Then let's work quickly.
I look around. Is there any metal that I can actually use?
You notice that everything seems to be bunched up in the middle of the room.
I start looking through all of it, not questioning it at all. But I still just go through it. Is there any metal? There's not, right?
I mean,
Barely enough.
Basics, yeah. I mean,
I
like, if
look
you
over
like
at-
scrounged up your forge. Sorry, if you.
Just apologize to Mike. Sorry, Mike.
Just like the dog.
No, the worst part
Yeah,
is, what if
no.
it responded?
So good.
You're good.
With a deep voice.
You're good, bro.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'd be
You're
like,
welcome.
Fucking Blue's Clues.
why do you... It's like that meme that... why do you guys carry all your weapons in the tavern? Mimics.
No
Yeah,
problem.
mimics.
We laughed, the bartender laughed, the table laughed, we killed the table.
Alright, so anyway, so it's like one of those things where if you actually took apart the majority of your forge, you could come up with the metal. But you would also be taking apart like your tools.
I know.
Like your tool metals.
I don't have enough.
How much metal would you need?
At least like 100 golds worth, probably, to like have like good scrap metal to do multiple things with.
I mean, if you're looking for like a full-on collar metal, and they're like 250, 300 gold worth.
Hey, man.
a lot.
All I have is 160 gold.
I looked at. I only have 91. I kind of used most of mine for your necklace. All right, fine. Your holy symbol. Whatever.
So I'm a spider.
You also have your weapons.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so while you guys take a second to think, you are a spider.
Can you please
Correct.
like
You scurry inside the room.
Happened?
Where you go?
So I tell you everything.
So
that
I
just
like
happened,
scurry up,
Oh.
and I'm like right above the edge of the
including
door.
the night prior.
So like I'm just like above the door on the stone, just like a fly on the wall, except I'm a spider.
Okay.
And currently I'm just like looking in to see what's happening because I don't trust.
You
the
just
door
see the
being-
doll, and you just see it. It's like touching Atreya's face and just like outlining her eyes, and just kind of there. The knife is away from the throat and everything. You just see it as it's kind of just admiring Atreya and all her beauty.
So I'm gonna like try to crawl closer on the wall and get closer.
Sure.
But I'm also like observing to see if the doll notices me or my
Make a
presence.
stealth with advantage.
Essentially,
21.
Okay. So you get closer. You get like off to the side of the bed.
Is the doll saying anything?
No.
Nothing. I'm gonna crawl onto the bed.
Okay. So you kind of like get up top and you kind of just let the spider web just out as you just start.
No, I'm gonna crawl down and I'm gonna try to
Oh.
crawl like underneath the pillow or like near the pillow where the doll's at.
Make another stealth check.
19.
19.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you you get on the ledge and you start making your way up.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to make my way underneath the pillow. So like here's the doll, here's Atreya like laying, and I'm like gonna try to get like on the right side. Position myself like I'm assuming the doll is like looking down and like be on the like left side of the doll. So it can't really see me, but like
Yep.
in a moment's notice, I would be ready to like transform back into myself and do something.
So you just stay there.
For the time being, yeah.
Okay. What are we doing?
well, he fills me in finally on what's going on, and I'm like, oh, that doll.
So I start going through the house trying to find metal, like silverware.
Pots and pans.
Sure, pots and pans. I start grabbing pots and pans and just walking over. Like, is this enough? I just start bringing shit in.
Eventually.
I mean, yeah, they will eventually come apart, but it would be like, I'll probably take half the stockade of the kitchen.
Okay, we'll replace it later.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
All right, give me half a day. Like,
I start helping to hope that that's gonna shorten the time.
Make a forge check with advantage.
18.
You use quite about some time, but I mean with his help, because he's not really sure what to do. You're taking some time to actually direct him.
Yeah,
and
I'm
actually,
letting him do the
help him.
tedious stuff, like
Yeah.
keep feeding the fire.
Yeah.
Give me more water.
Yeah. So eventually, like you do end up completing it, and you finally it does take. I mean, I would say maybe you have 2 hours left before a half a day is officially on. I don't want that. I want this one.
Okay, I'll be like, all right. So I still don't understand. Can you explain the plan one more time to me?
As he puts in the collar with the tongs into the water, with the steam coming up.
Okay, so the doll that's holding a knife to a trail.
Yeah.
I bought us a half a day to try to come up with something.
Okay.
If you put the collar on, try to do something to incite the doll to go and cut Atrea's throat. You swap places with her with using your ring. Her knife won't penetrate the metal.
Wait, so you're just concerned that I might get stabbed in the neck?
Yes.
I just point out 2 or 3 different scars that are on my neck. I've taken a shiv to the neck before.
That's nice.
I think
I'm trying to make a precaution
I appreciate that.
because I care about you.
Thank you.
Cool. Now that that's dealt with.
Thank you
So,
for both of them.
and then when that happens, if you swap places, then hopefully we can take out this doll.
In all the mist of all those things, I'll make a collar.
Hold the mic closer to you.
In the mix of all this, while he's talking about this as well, being that he doesn't know anything about forging, yeah, it's a collar, like he asked, but it's a collar for if you wanted to throw somebody into a holding cell or something. You know what I mean? Just heads up for you.
Okay.
So I would assume there'd probably be a little ring part to hold the chain, and then it comes together here, and there's a part where you can block it.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm letting you know. So I'm assuming we've made it.
So I walk out. Is Corvus still in the living room?
Corvus was in the living room. Cass took him back to the room.
In my haste of things,
Did she go to the room or did she go to the forest?
No, she went to her room.
Oh. That's great. One of our party members are about to die, and she's like, "Hey guys, good luck, see ya."
She was taking care of Corvus.
Corvus got injured too. Yeah.
Just saying.
In the haste of things, because I would have rushed and not taken my time to actually make this a perfect snug fit, it's gonna be loose.
Okay.
Why are you fucking this up for us even farther?
I'm being realistic in the sense that you're rushing me to make this, and I'm doing it to myself instead of on somebody else. So it's I'm making half-ass judgments with this thing. I'm just trying to be realistic with what.
So
what
we
you're
walk
asking me.
upstairs.
Sure.
I slowly open the door. Oh, and by the way, this thing only speaks in Infernal. Just throwing that out
What's
there.
infernal?
I say, Rahoon, you owe me 150 gold for the outfit that you destroyed in Infernal.
Got it.
That's Infernal.
Cool. I don't know anything what
Yep.
you just said.
He said got it and cool, so he's agreed to it. That's
Okay.
how I look at it.
Emerald, you see as these two come into the room,
Okay.
and you see as she just kind of pulls back the knife over to the Atreus' throat.
So, holding my hands up still, I say, look, a half a day is just not enough time.
That's good. As you see her, she just cuts now down into the skin, just plain, like not even thinking twice about it, just cut straight. You notice Atreus is still sleeping,
I lean over to
and she's not waking.
Baltimore. I'm like, is that thing talking?
And you
Yes.
just see as the blood just starts trickling down into her chest.
Please stop doing that.
Why? She goes to cut another strip out.
I'm willing to find you a body, but you need to give me more time.
No, I think I like this one.
Then I think that we have problems.
Good.
Is she still cutting?
She's drawn she's cut down and off to the side, but she's just kind of there with still the sword, just the knife still kind of into her body.
What affiliation do you have with Trixie or the Helix?
I have no idea who that is.
What about the woman who sent you or summoned you?
Who cares? She starts to cut another slide off.
I Sacred Flamer.
So, okay, well, before he does that, I'm already positioned behind the doll. Yeah?
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I mean, you're like, if she's here, you're like down like right here.
yeah.
And to be honest, the only reason I didn't ask anything about you is because walking back up and seeing you're not there, I'm automatically assuming that you're being a coward again and you went and ran someplace.
So, like, when it's very evident that, like, because I know Baltimore at this point, and I have a good idea of, like, how his thought process is. Before, like...
Oh, and I would be mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it's growing, like, I notice she's cutting Atreya more, and he's got Rahun for some reason, so he didn't go get a body. So I don't know what his plan is, but this isn't gonna go down how I'm thinking. So, like, when I see she's cutting more, and he's, like, about to make a movement, I'm going to, like, reform back into myself, but on the bed. But I'm gonna try my best ability to knock the doll off, but like, towards them, so that they can, like, try to do...
Okay.
So, like, using my
both
body...
of you roll initiative.
Who? Me and
Yeah.
the doll, okay. Oh, you two?
No, you two. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you goes first.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you're gonna say something.
I mean, the only thing that I would do is just... I kind of see all this happening now, and they're all doing this, so I'm just like... I'll just watch the knife if I see it
What'd
go.
you get?
I got 16.
16.
15.
15.
You might as well roll initiative too, to be honest. But...
That was just to see who goes between you two.
Oh.
So make...
Like, you know what I'm trying to do, right?
Yeah. Make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Does he get advantage because he's like busting out?
No.
Um,
That's, in my eyes, that's a disadvantage. Because
he has to go back to the normal form,
he has
and
to,
then...
he's like coming out from like 8 legs or 8 arms, and he's got to time the correct. He's got to time it, and it's not something that he's proficient in or.
My whole trigger, I guess, will just be once I see that blade going towards the neck.
I mean, the blade's already in the neck, like it's already like cut and.
No, I meant like full on like.
Oh, like
like,
to stab. Yeah.
To like, yeah. Same thing like when Baltimore tried to do. I'm waiting
Sure.
for the same kind of trigger.
19.
19?
Yeah.
So yeah, you actually, yeah. So you come up and you smack the doll as the doll just kind of flips in and she goes to try and slit the throat. However... Oh shit.
So as I,
If it connects,
as I, like, come out, I'm like, Baltimore, now! And I don't know why I said that.
It does connect, actually.
Then I trigger my ring. And she has to make another attack rolls with disadvantage.
12.
No, definitely not.
So, so you see as just yeah, and she just like you just hear this screech as she goes to scream. You swap places. Actually, what's the ring say?
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Yeah, but it has to be when somebody dies though.
There's a reaction if an enemy were to KO an ally.
Knock out an ally. So no, it does not proc.
Okay, then
Slitting her throat wouldn't kill her? Wouldn't knock her out?
Well,
I mean, she's essentially going for a killing blow, right? So wouldn't that be what it's used for?
well, are you defining a knockout
knockout.
as, like to the brain knockout?
Like passing out.
Okay, yeah.
Dead.
Because a body doesn't die when the throat's cut, technically.
Okay, whatever, guys. We're getting too technical at this point.
I'm just saying.
If I need to, I will.
People still speak when their neck's
It's-
slit.
It's fine.
So-
It'll go through.
I
We'll
was
go
gonna
there.
do something else. if you
Because
didn't.
knockout is one of two things. You can either deal damage down to 0 and make them unconscious. That's an actual thing. I think it's like on page 210 where
Or it's a killing
you
blow,
can
I'm
deal
assuming.
or you can make the killing blow. She's going for a killing blow, so either way it's still gonna work.
Okay.
But I'm saying just for the purposes.
No,
of
yeah. I figured that it wouldn't be for like just any regular.
Yeah, I mean
attack.
she doesn't.
You
do
should
it.
write down those 2 things on the card, like the very specific points.
I just don't want you to just be switching out with people all
No.
just for
I
S's
figured
and
this
G's.
is I've only used it 2 times.
I know.
And both
and
been
both
for,
both
like,
have been in
killing.
the right instance.
Yeah.
So she switches as you just hear the shink from the collar that you have.
And I'm just
And
like waving at her now
you
at
just-
this point.
You see as it hits the floor as the doll is there, and she just gets back up. She's like,
I will
nope.
use
initiative.
Okay.
Could I do mine?
Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Could I cast a different spell, seeing
Nope.
that he's okay? Fine. Well then she's got to make a dexterity saving throw.
Natural
Solid.
1.
13 on my initiative.
Takes 3 points of radiant damage.
Woohoo! 3 points.
Sorry, Sacred Flame's a cantrip. Doesn't do very much.
That's whatever.
It's like
It's all but as a level 5. All right, sounds good. So she takes 3 points.
3 points of radiant damage.
Dope. All right.
Whose turn is it?
Well, I need them. to
Oh,
roll
sorry.
initiative.
Oh, okay.
We're rolling a new initiative.
Oh, we are?
Fucking A.
All of us, or just?
Yeah, because now it's a battle. We're essentially in a battle.
Oh, Liddy.
We'll say that was
Oh,
like surprise
Liddy.
round.
Dude, I'm telling you, you gotta do this.
I don't know, man.
Dude, what are you talking about? You don't know.
I don't know, man.
Can we read after we save my sister?
All right, what do we get?
3.
9.
I'm just saying, like,
3,
read the second,
9. What'd you
second
get?
ability. 13.
13. So the doll goes first. She's gonna use a giggle. So everybody in 30 feet must succeed in a wisdom saving throw, or take damage, and become frightened.
What is it?
DC.
Huh?
It's a DC there. I have 16.
16.
What was the throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, sorry, I was reading it. 21.
22.
DC 16.
Cool.
So she's gonna do psychic damage.
So wait, you succeeded then?
Yeah, no, I still take
Okay.
half.
22 points of psychic damage.
Okay, so
Was that halved or before halved?
What'd you get?
I got 16, dog.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was like, I saved. Yeah, so
Okay.
half of 22?
It's 11.
Yeah.
We
Oh
all.
no! You don't take any damage.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I don't take any damage.
Yeah, you don't take any damage.
Sweet.
If you save, you don't take any damage.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Cool.
So
Okay.
you see, she just kind of giggles, and it just kind of pierces through your mind. You guys all kind of just shake it off. And you're
I'm up. Alright. I'll go ahead and do my bonus action, Boots of Haste.
okay.
I'll then go ahead and go over to the doll. And I will. It takes a bonus action to go into my intoxicated awareness, correct? Okay, just double.
What did we put it as?
It says I just have to take as soon as I take a swig of alcohol, I go into it essentially. But
Oh
technically,
yeah, but
I'm,
it's a bonus action.
yeah. You,
Sure.
Okay.
That could be a free action? No? Oh, I was just kidding.
No, because it's like
It's
we
activating.
had that
it.
with your.
Yeah.
He's essentially activating all the alcohol that
Oh,
he's
alright,
drinking, so
okay.
it's like he's deliberately doing it. Yeah.
So I'll have to use that next, but it's fine. I
Just
will
like-
then go ahead and
Just
go
like
up to the
feeding
doll.
a
and
healing
make-
potion?
Kinda, sort of. Go ahead.
there's an ability that I get
Sure.
at that point. And I'll make my attacks on it. So
Sure.
I only have my boots of. I don't have my frenzied rage active right now or anything
Nope.
like that. So it's I get only 4 attacks right now, correct? Or 3?
Yes.
4. 4.
Mhm.
So, all right, cool. Then I don't want to.
Hold this off.
do my enlarging axe right now because I feel like we might get into a different fight later today. I'll do my double axe that I have.
Sure.
So it's still a 18.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yep.
Alright, so that's I'm gonna roll out all the attacks first and then I'll do the damage.
Sure.
That's a natural 17 there, so that hits.
Yep.
That's a natural 20 for the third hit.
Yep.
And that's 20 not natural for the fourth hit.
Sure.
Alright, so
Just runs out with his axe.
so for the first attack with my double axe, it's a
Fucking up the
1d6
floor, too.
damage.
Absolutely.
I'm not enraged. But I do get the so 13 points for the first attack.
Okay.
The second attack is now a 1d8. 14 points. And then would this be considered the first attack again for the new?
Why don't you just make it epic?
Oh, cool. Alright, cool. This is what I want to do then. I see everything that's happening and I see the dolls over there now and it makes some weird laugh. I'm like, okay, alright, you want to laugh? I'll give you something to laugh about. And I click my boots real quick and I go running over to it and I just hold it down with my foot and I just start hacking into it. I'll cut one arm off and go, who's laughing now, huh? And cut off the other arm. Yeah! Cut off the legs and just go, yeah, I'll see you in the afterlife, bitch. And I'll just cut off the head.
Sure.
So burn this thing now!
I go up and I start just sacred flaming the
Each
pieces.
individual piece.
No, like I'll push them into a pile and then just
Oh, okay.
and just
Put it all together.
Just wherever it is, just
Sure.
saber flame it as it is.
I guess yeah. I was thinking about saving spells, but I realize it's a cantrip. I keep forgetting that. So yeah, I'll just start sacred flaming each piece
Sure.
over and over and over
I'm
again.
gonna go cure Atreya, like
Okay.
medicine kit and
Sure.
patch up her bleeding.
I'm just over the burning pieces, just like ha 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 ha. That's all I'm doing.
You see as everything burns.
At that point, do I now get all my?
Does it
Does all that stuff now like wash away from my mind, and I now know what's happened? Or no? Because it's still.
Yeah. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I bring up none of it.
does it what like does it like turn to ash
Oh, I mean, yeah.
eventually?
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
So when it turns to ash, I just go to the pieces and I'm just like, fuck it, precautions only. Remove curse, remove curse, remove curse, remove curse. Like on each piece.
Okay.
Like on each section of ashes. So what, there's 6 pieces of ashes here?
I guess.
Right?
I
Get the
cut off
body.
both.
Did you cut off
Yeah,
both the
it's-
legs?
Both
Yeah.
legs, both arms,
Yeah.
and the head. So there's 5 pieces.
Yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, 6 spell slots. I don't give a shit. So I'm just like, remove curse here, remove curse there, remove curse. Everybody gets a remove curse. So
Vial. Sweep up some of the ashes into the vial.
Sure, you see as like Rahun like goes to get down. He gets
Yeah, that's real nice, bro. Good job. Good job. Yeah,
you're not keeping that.
I'm definitely keeping this.
No. What if it comes back?
I'll look at it in its ash form.
So I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip and like on the vial with the ashes. Like
Sure,
Not
make a ranged attack.
it's 30 feet. I'm assuming that I'm like.
But it's still a ranged attack.
Okay.
And you're dead shotting it, so it's gonna be
all right.
+5 to the AC.
Do I add anything or no? What am I adding?
Well, it's -5 to his attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Well, it would be. So. You would add your dexterity for an attack.
14.
14.
Well, I got 17 plus 2, and then you're taking 5 away, so 14.
So yeah, so you like you go to like whip it as like you hear the whip and you just kind of like move your hand back. You're like,
I'm like, drop it.
I put it on the whatever seal is like right next to me. I just put it right there.
You put it on what?
I put it on like whatever like windowsill or like book
Just
frame.
put it
Yeah. That's,
Is there a vase in here?
probably.
I'll grab the empty vase.
Okay.
I'll put all the ashes into the vase.
Okay.
I'll take the vial, put the vial into the vase.
Okay.
I find something to cork the top of the vase.
You found like socks, shirts.
Sure. So I throw some of that in there.
Yeah.
I take it down to my room and I toss it in there. Shut the door.
Okay.
You just put a part of Trixie in your.
I'm
No,
going to
not
use a key point
Sure.
at some point while all this is happening, and while he's like, before he's sweeping up the rest of the ash and stuff into the big vial. I will keep that one vial onto the window shield, but I'll use a key point to sneakily fill another one without anybody noticing.
Perception
So
check?
first the
I'll
vial.
do a stealth.
I
First,
got-
he took the first vial off the ceiling and put it in the vase.
I'm saying in between all that because he would have to look for the vase first, and then he's looked like before he sweeps it
So
up. I'm saying in
make-
between that.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Perception?
Again, I'm
Actually-
using a key point.
Actually,
to use
no, we
this.
don't. We don't need to do that. We can just drop it off at Gloria's. They said that they have a place that they can keep cursed items.
Sure. You need to go
Okay,
now.
yes, never mind. I won't throw it in there. Sorry, I forgot that part.
You need to go right now.
Hey, what's up, buddy? That can turn to an eagle.
Well, you're still looking for a vase. So go ahead and make a stealth check.
I'm
Can I-
using a key point to use this. Does that give me advantage of anything?
Does it say you can?
Well, the key points, what they do is like they allow me to do things more like swiftly and fluidly, and so I can use like either step of the wind or I can use like.
What do they say?
Well, they're all referring to those types of things. Refer to my attacks and everything like that. They don't really talk about in between things like this. It doesn't specify anything like that. It just says now I have like fluid dexterity and like.
So he's
all that
asking you to
kind
use
of
a key
stuff.
point outside of.
Yeah, outside of the regular what it would use, because that's what they technically use for is more for actions and using like attacks while you're in combat.
said the whole
I'm
session
asking if I can use a
Yeah.
key point
Yes.
out of combat to just be like
It's just gonna come back.
quick enough to be like pull out a vial, sweep up some ash, put it away without anybody noticing.
Are you proficient in stealth?
Yes.
Then I'll say it'll take you 2 key points.
Okay. I'll use it. And with advantage now, stealth roll, or just get it.
Just.
Okay, cool.
Do we get to roll a perception check?
Yeah, 'cause I haven't
Oh,
taken
I'm
this.
sorry. Yeah, you roll advantage. You still roll with advantage, and yeah, perception checks. And I will add that many.
Okay. 10.
23.
29.
Yeah, right. Like,
So yeah, you're like going over like check a vase, and all of a sudden you just hear he's like.
You're like trying so obviously not to be obvious.
So he's just laying on the ground right now? Is that what he's...
No, he like slumps down real quick, and he's just like.
So I like Thorn Whip in that. Where his hands are, I Thorn Whip again.
Okay. So you did. Whoosh.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Quit!
Put that one up onto the windowsill.
Take that one also.
Do you not
After finding
understand?
the vase, I throw all the ashes in there.
Do you not understand what kind of material
Actually,
this
you know
can
what?
use for my
I'll take
blacksmithing?
the socks, and I'll throw the ashes into each sock.
Okay.
So each portion of ash will have its own sock essentially.
Sure.
Sorry, Trav, you have no socks now, and I'll put all of that in the vase.
So you're essentially going to put dust into cloth so that it can fall out. Do you really think that one through?
I take the
No,
collar
I didn't.
off.
Fuck it. Alright.
Yeah, I guess this worked.
Well, I'm gonna take this to Gloria's because they said that if we could give it to them, they have a place where they can store cursed items.
Okay.
You want to fly me there?
Sure.
We'll be back.
Okay. What should I do with this collar? We can like imprison people. Oh, I know exactly where it's going. Never mind. I'm going to the interrogation room.
No, what you can do is you can clean up the
swing
house.
I swing by Cass, and I'll check on Atreya too to make sure that she's fine. I know that he said he healed her, but he's and I'm
He healed her.
So
Ooh.
I make sure that she's good and everything.
I think I
go
know
and
what I'm doing. Thank you
update
very
Cass
much.
on the situation.
Sure.
Yes.
And just say, hey, we're gonna go run this to Finn and Gloria's because Gloria said that, whatever, brevity.
What time of day is it?
About noon.
Oh, okay. I thought it was in the evening.
Okay, so we'll be back hopefully by nightfall
Okay.
or sooner. Watch out for Rahun.
I'm like standing right there, like.
Okay.
As saying Elvish, watch out for Rahun.
Okay.
All right, buddy, let's go.
Let's go. Yep. So I transform into an eagle. And I pick him up, and we go to Finn and Gloria.
You're a giant eagle, right? Can I ride on your back?
You don't get that privilege.
Okay. So you guys leave. Rahun, what are you doing?
I look at Cass. So,
Hi.
I told him before we left, I said he needs to clean up the house. So I'm hoping that he doesn't.
Are you still exhausted?
No, apparently that room gave me a lot of sleep, so I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go take a nap in that room again. That was really nice.
Okay.
Okay. I walk out.
You walk out.
I go down to my interrogation room
Do you
first.
pass the treasure room?
I don't know, do I? I'm going down to the basement. You tell me, do I? We're also in Atreya's room as it is.
Well, Cass isn't there. She's in her room. So you left. So you leave. Are you staying in the room or are you leaving with them?
Oh, I mean, at this point, then, yeah, I would look over everything in the room again.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
What'd you get?
6.
She passes. DC's 5.
Okay, cool.
Because it's quite just a regular item. You notice that the knife is still there on the floor.
Oh, cool. I pick up the knife. I check it out. I inspect it. Investigate it.
It's weird.
I'll take however long it
Make a
takes.
store and make a. Oh, what? I'm sorry?
I was going to say, I'll take however long it takes to identify it or, like, observe it and,
Sure.
and try and figure out what it does.
Dopey dope. Yeah.
So, stone, do I make a stone work check still?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Natural 20.
You know it's not made of stone.
It's made of metal.
It is.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Check
It is.
Nope, it's made of human bone.
Well, it's an item. That's for sure. A magical item.
That's the essence of.
I'll just get up now to grab the card.
Yeah, I just gotta find it first.
And you guys worried about the ash.
Well, I'm surprised with our high perception we didn't notice it.
Well, I think it's because of the fact that you guys were focused on getting the ash back to.
No, you weren't looking for the knife. You were looking for him. Because it was in response to his stealth, not for anything in the room. It wasn't specified. So as you touch, or as you're having fun with this knife, it begins to grow.
Oh, I was about to be like, wait, what? That's a knife.
And it starts to take form into a way bigger sword than you anticipated, as it now becomes a great sword, a two-handed sword.
Surprisingly, I am not proficient in great swords. That's true.
he said, excuse me. So,
I might know someone who is.
you're doing that. You two fly to Finn and Glorian, as eventually you guys get there. Yeah, yeah. And you're just like, finally your arms go limp. You're like, oh. And then
Your talons hurt.
Yeah.
Squaw.
So eventually you
my
land
favorite
in
line
front
of
of
yours.
Finn and Glorium's as you see the halfling. He's just kind of, he's like,
That's awesome.
he opens the door for
How
him.
long did it take to get in?
Couple
very
hours.
quick, couple hours.
So, well, he opens the door to the back room.
No, he opens the door to the actual
Okay.
the store.
So
I'm still an eagle. By
Is
the
Gloria
way.
back there?
No, she's out.
Is Finn back there?
Nope.
I insight check him.
Nah, there's no need. He's definitely lying.
Okay. So I hold up the vase and I... Wait, what? You said he's totally lying?
Yeah.
Okay. So I hold up the vase and I say, this is a cursed doll.
Good. Goodbye. And he takes it from you.
But hold on.
Oh.
Gloria said that there was a place that you guys hold cursed items.
I'll take care of it.
I insight check him.
Sure.
Quick question, DM. Am I allowed to train myself to become proficient with a certain weapon? I would need actual teaching.
27.
Natural 20. You have no idea.
Vagueness washes over.
I mean, like,
He's the
no...
most calm.
But knowing this dwarf so much, or knowing this halfling so, like, I would know that he's mainly about the money. From, like, the interactions that I've seen with him or whatnot.
That's up to your opinion.
I prefer to give this to Finn or Gloria myself.
Okay. Come back in 3 days.
I walk through and go to the back room.
It's locked.
I go and knock on it. I yell through and I say, Finn, there's an item here that Gloria told me to drop off.
So you see as the halfling kind of...
So I go to my interrogation room.
I stick my head through the doorway, and I give the loudest shriek.
It's wooden. How are you putting your head through the doorway?
Oh, is it not open?
No.
I think he's talking about to
The door is closed.
Oh, we
no,
closed?
the store. he's
Yeah,
saying.
the store.
He's
Oh,
a giant
you
eagle.
guys are in the
outs-
store.
No,
No,
a giant
I'm
eagle
still a
outside.
giant eagle.
Okay.
So, like,
And we're all, God.
I stick my head through the door and I give the loudest shriek I possibly can as an eagle.
Sure. Like, everybody's like, oh!
Yeah.
Squall!
Yeah.
And the halfling's just like, ah.
And I keep doing that until Finn comes out.
Where's your cursed item room?
You would need to yell that.
You know where it's at.
You know where it is.
It's on the 26th level. And you know the 26th level is not supposed to. It's completely locked down. Only you have to have Finn and Gloria
that's right. I
escort
wouldn't know
you.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I forgot I worked there.
And he's just kind of like flicking his legs back and forth. He's like,
I'm still shrieking, by the way.
I feel like some passerby is gonna eventually silence him. Like some wizard.
that's essentially what happened.
Yeah, like some wizard come by and just goes, no.
But he doesn't know that, so he's still
Yeah,
just
he's
fucking
All silent.
Yeah.
Oh, if only we could have that more often.
I want somebody to gift that so bad.
Yeah. Please.
Please gift it and send it to us.
But I just don't understand why he's like so eager to take this thing.
You
I
said
think
what?
I think it's more of like he knows the situation between you and Finn, so he's just trying to get you out as quick as possible.
No, I think he wants to take it and sell it.
You're not there, so you get.
That is also his job. Like
You're not there.
I know. I'm saying out of game. Like I think.
Just let it roll.
Can I make a perception check beyond the room to see if I hear movement?
Sure.
I really wanted like Neville to just come by in his old age, just go up to everyone, I'll just be like, stop, just stop.
Just completely like just counter spells like it's not.
Just everything.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
You also know that both of those doors are enchanted. Because there's the first door that leads into the first room that you guys found all the blueprints, and then there's the second door behind that that has the bedrooms, or at least you would assume the bedrooms.
It's where Finn and Gloria always come out of, right?
That's right.
So I ask him, do you
So now that you turn to him, he's like,
Do you have any intention of selling this thing?
everything here is for sale. But on the 26th level, who knows?
Do I, from me working with him, do I know that he is definitively like loyal to Finn and Gloria? So like in this situation, I should have said this from the beginning, but me working with him for 2 weeks, would I feel comfortable giving him this? Like under like knowing that like
You would know that unless it came directly from Finn and Glorium's mouth, if it came straight from them, he wouldn't go against it. If it's from anywhere else,
So, has Gloria told you about this? So how much are you gonna give me for this?
oh, you already work here. I assume that you're just giving because it's what Finn and Glorium wanted you to give, right?
Well, Gloria wanted this to go up to that level.
Yeah, so you don't get anything because you're still an employee.
I didn't realize I still worked here. I
Mm.
thought Finn fired me.
Not to my knowledge.
But Gloria did say that that they would be able to hold this.
Probably. Yeah, 26th level.
But are you able to get there? Would I know that he's able to go there? Like, I have to be escorted, but do I know if he's able to?
You've never seen him, nor have you ever asked him. But when he's like, no, I've never been there.
So what are you going to do with this in the meantime? You can't sell this. It just tried to kill all of us.
So do half of everything on the 26th level.
Yes, but that's why it needs to be locked up and secure.
And it will be. Now, hand it over.
I really feel like the employee of the month here definitely
Totally.
would know better than to try and sell it without telling Finn and Gloria first.
Yeah, no. So I go to hand it to him and I pull back just a bit and I'm like, I'm going to ask Gloria in 3 days or whenever I see either one of them next to make sure that this is in that room. That you didn't just sell it.
Sure.
So I hand it over to him.
Thank you. As he kind of turns and he starts walking around and he mutters something under his breath. Make an investigation check.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Good, because I have no investigation. 19.
He rolled a 7. So, as he turns around, he goes, she doesn't do inventory. He starts to walk away.
She will do inventory. When I
walks
tell
a little
her.
faster. He starts walking a little faster as you see he starts scurrying up some of the stairs.
Okay. So then I'll walk back out to Emerald.
Cool.
Actually, but I'll grab a piece of paper and I'll write a note to Finn. Is there a language that I would have that I know that the goblin would not have?
What was that?
Is there a language that I know that Finn would have that I have that the goblin doesn't, or that the halfling does not have?
Is there a what? I'm sorry?
Oh my god.
Is there a language that I have that Finn has that the halfling does not have?
No.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, he does. It's called the language of love.
Oh! Yeah. He said, yo, Big Daddy Woman.
God.
So the halfling is
Lick your
proficient.
nipples on the...
Oh my god.
So the halfling is
Go a stage too
proficient.
far.
The halfling is proficient in a lot of languages.
Yeah.
All right. So
And you learned that in your 2 weeks. That he's like, he can get around.
So
He also knows the language of love, apparently.
So I write a note to Finn and I just slide it underneath the door.
Okay.
And I'll go meet up with Emerald.
After I notice, like, my screeching
Your
isn't
high enough
hurting.
perception comes out where, like, a couple seconds after you float the door, you see the note just float float back out.
So then I'll just fold the note and put Finn's name on it. Because I'm assuming that because of the enchantment, that when I go to slide it under, the enchantment just slides it back out. Is that okay? So I'll just fold the note, put it on like one of the drawers or one of the drawers of the area. I'll just write Finn's name on it, and I'll like kind of fold it up a bit and just save it or just set it in there.
Sure.
And it'll be something very simple, just like, I'm sorry. I would like to talk to you whenever you'd be willing to give me the time, Baltimore. And I'll just walk out to him and be like, we're probably going to see that doll again. Let's fly.
So I grab him and I go.
As he grabs it, I go,
So the talon's
Yeah,
just
the
kinda
talon
creep
just-
over.
but he's still silent, so he's just.
Yeah. So you take flight. What do you do?
So I first take the greatsword that I now have, and I'll go put it in my forge, and rearrange all the things that they took apart and put into a pile and put it all back.
Oh, I would have been putting stuff back as we were putting stuff together. Like when he's like,
Sure.
I
Alright,
need
cool.
to do this, I would have been like, okay, let me go put some of this stuff back in here and there. Maybe not all of it, but I would have put back some of it. Just keep myself busy.
I put the greatsword like in like a corner of the room where like it's more of just like
I mean, you probably would have set up like a little weapons like holder.
yeah.
You could
It
put
would have
it
been
on
like
there,
out
too.
in the corner where
Sure.
like I'd be more willing to pay attention to.
Well,
it or
you
something.
notice that as you like put it down, and as after like an hour or so, it actually just like turns into like just a twig.
Like back into the dagger again, essentially.
No, a twig, like a wooden twig.
Oh, that's cool. I pick it back up for a second again and just see it change.
Like
one
you
more
see
time.
it, you see the twig, and you're like,
Yeah.
and then as you're kind of messing around with it, it just starts to.
I put it back down as it's getting bigger. I'm like, all right, just go back. Go back to a twig. I find a nice little spot, like that's just meant for a twig, or a staff or something, or
It's
a
like this
wand.
little-
Oh, it's meant for a wand.
Yeah.
There we go. Put it as a wand. I'll put it in a wand spot. All right, so cool. I have that, and then I'll take the collar that is also I have in my hand. I'm like, I know exactly where it's going. Go to the interrogation room.
Sure.
It's still just a table and a chair, right?
Yeah, with like a tooth on the floor, some blood on the wall.
Yeah, my own tooth that I put there.
You walk in admiring your work.
Yes.
As like the camera spans in, and he's just got like those loose teeth back there.
I will start to look around the room, and I start to envision how to make the chair. I want to make it to a new chair that will have ways to bound people through like using this collar that I've now just made. I'll place it just like in the chair. It's just all ideas. I'm not doing this now.
Yeah.
But I'm envisioning
You're talking
how
about
to
like
do
some
it.
Saw stuff where like they're actually like confined to the actual chair.
That kind of thing. And if I need to, I'll have a chain that extends from the wall over to the chair if I need to. Like I'm planning it all out essentially at this point.
He's gonna get like a sorcerer that like creates this mini doll. It's just gonna like have a tricycle just kind of walk.
Yeah.
You want to play a game?
Yeah. Essentially, I'll get that one weird cloaked wizard that I saw that was enchanting the room. The metal
Oh,
room.
yeah, that'd be dope.
I'll get him to do it.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, I'll get him to do it. And then after doing that and just like coming up with more ideas of how to make this room worse for people, I then go back to the room that I got such fucking great sleep in.
It's closed.
Okay, I try to open it. I'm assuming it won't open, right? I start to really like tug and like putting the leg up on the wall.
Yeah,
like, try.
you're tugging, man.
Cass!
You guys fly into the mansion as you guys hear.
Cass!
I take off
Cass!
running towards that direction.
Yeah. So you see as like Cass like comes down, she's like, in the hall, you guys come in the door, and then you guys notice the stairway as like, Cass will let you go down first because she really doesn't want to be into a middle of a fight, so.
Yeah, so I run down.
So you see
So
as
you immediately see me as both
He's
my
like,
legs are now
"Whoa."
up on the wall, like holding onto the door, like trying to open it up. I'm like, Cass, how the fuck do you open this door?
I just start laughing, to be honest, as I'm sitting around Hoon levitating in the air kind of position.
I just stop, like mid struggle. I'm still floating, holding on. I'm like, Hey, Baltimore. How do you open this door?
I walk past it and I go to the alchemy lab and try to reset it back up with all of its broken pieces and glass.
Oh, I definitely did not clean the house.
Yeah, I know.
How do you open this door? I got the world's best nap in there. Trying to get another one in while we still have some daylight.
No.
Come on!
Well, maybe we just need to look. We still have some daylight left. Let's go and talk. There's some things that I've kind of learned a bit. Let's just go have a discussion first while we still have some daylight.
I'm stopped and I'm holding on to the door and I look at you. I'm like,
Upstairs with some food.
fine.
And I turn and I start walking upstairs.
I'm like shaking and I let go, and then I realize both my legs are still up on the wall. I'm like, oh! And I fall on my back. Fuck! Get up. Ah!
Emerald, come on.
I walk big old tall like nothing happened. Like I did successfully get that door open.
So I clean up the alchemy lab, and I go up to my room and clean up and fix that before doing anything.
Get the one place in this whole house that's clean
Cool.
is my forge.
So 4 hours later.
yeah. I mean,
Fine by me.
Okay.
And for once, Emerald's not part of the conversation.
So
I've already heard what I need to hear. He told me.
So you guys all eventually convene in the common room, or AKA or kitchen, wherever you guys decide to meet up. As you guys will now decide to conversate and figure out what is the next step in this journey.
I start gathering food from the kitchen then. While this is going on, I'll come back out into the meeting room with like a turkey leg and
we're all in the
my mouth.
kitchen.
Oh, we're all still in the kitchen. Cool. Then it's just me, like turkey leg in the mouth.
I'm
and just,
hungry. I
like,
want to eat. I didn't get to eat it all today.
You guys eat. And that's where we'll leave off tonight. So next week we'll pick up into your next steps.
Cool.
So, and Kayla will be back next. Cass will be back next week, so you guys will be able to talk with her and figure out what's to come. So yeah, good job, guys.
Thanks. Are we still live?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're still there.
Yeah, we're totally not done with that thing.
Anyway, we appreciate you guys staying with us. I'll be putting this on YouTube here in the next couple hours or so. Also go on Facebook, like our Facebook page, talk with the players, get with some of the other interactors that are on there. We appreciate your interaction. So with that, we will see you next week here on Epic Interactions. You guys keep it as epic as you possibly can. And you know what? Hey, drink some coffee. Epic coffee. See you next week.
I feel like we need to like